Hello and welcome to another edition of Open and Shut Quality Book Reviews. I'm Ken McKim. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Tonight I'm going to review Love Life by Rob Lowe. Now you might know him from his work on Parks and Recreation or maybe on The West Wing. I grew up seeing his work in the form of movies, About Last Night, The Outsiders, and of course St. Elmo's Fire. I just find him extremely enjoyable to watch. I mean, heck, I think his direct TV commercials were great. With a body of work spanning over 33 years, you can imagine that he has some pretty fun stories to tell, and in fact he does, and a lot of them are in this book. Now, this is his second memoir. The first was called Stories I Only Tell My Friends, and it was released, I think, in 2011. I'll do a separate video review for that book, but trust me, it's very good. Honestly, I'd say that there is a very short list of celebrities that I would like to meet, and Rob Lowe is definitely on that list for me. He seems so genuinely nice. Anyway, among the highlights in this book, and there are many, many highlights in this book. First up, The Lion's Den. Do you remember this TV show? Most people don't, because it wasn't very successful. It was his first project after leaving The West Wing. And, well, let's just say his account is thorough, and it's a perfect example of how everything can go wrong for you on a project, even when you have all of the elements for success, all of the key elements there in place for you. It's also a good reminder that a lot of success is luck. And also the section that he talks about working with Jewel, the folk singer who was a brief crossover pop singer for a while in the 90s. Yeah, he worked with her on The Lion's Den, and I guess it wasn't a great experience. He also talks about the time he saw a couple putting on their own performance in the Queen's Royal Box during one of his performances at a London theater. He also describes his visit to the Playboy Mansion in the mid-1980s. He also speaks very candidly about passing up a role on a new show in 2005 that debuted on NBC. Maybe you've heard of it. There's a section where he describes getting to meet his idol when he was 18 years old, Warren Beatty. And Warren Beatty around this time had a lot of cred in Hollywood. He had a very successful movie in the film Reds. So he describes meeting Warren Beatty, his idol, for the first time, and also for the first time seeing in person an Oscar award statue. He also learned a rather uncomfortable truth about Warren Beatty and his then girlfriend, Rob Lowe's girlfriend, and Warren Beatty. You need to read the book. Anyway, it's very good. He also talks a little bit about the impact that getting sober has had on both his work and his personal relationships. And on that last point, I want to say that I really appreciated how he did that. I think it can be very easy to become preachy when you're discussing recovery from any kind of an addiction. He doesn't. He is very frank about the effects that alcoholism had on him, on his work and his personal relationships, and he's very candid about what it's like for him to live with that disease, the disease of alcoholism, every day, and how he manages it and works around it and works through it. It's really good. I really did appreciate the way he dealt with that subject. All in all, I give this book about 3 out of 5 badgers. And you're going to like this book if you like Rob Lowe. If you're even kind of meh about Rob Lowe, the stories that he tells about Hollywood, as he experienced it moving there from Ohio as a kid, they're good. They're well thought out. They're entertaining. It's just an entertaining book. I think you won't be disappointed. So 3 out of 5 Badgers for this one. And that's it for this edition. Thank you so much again for joining me this week. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel while you're here. Also, if you have a chance, check out my other YouTube channel at don'tpunishpain.com, where I make informational videos about what it's like to live with various chronic illnesses. You might find that to be interesting. So I'll let you go for now. Until next time, I'm Ken McKim. You take care and happy reading.